Greetings, one and all. Welcome to NHL 18 Franchise Mode. Now, since the end of our London Lions Franchise Mode series, I, like many other NHL 18 YouTubers, wanted to revive a long-gone or dearly missed NHL team and bring them back into the National Hockey League for our new franchise mode to see how they fare as the 32nd NHL team. I wanted you guys to have a say in which team we used, so I made a series of polls on my Twitter to let you guys pick the team we used for the next series. The voting narrowed the list down to two different teams, the Quebec Nordiques and the Hartford Whalers. In the final poll between these two teams to decide the winner once and for all, 20 votes were cast and the Quebec Nordiques were the winner. So for our new franchise mode, meet your Quebec Nordiques! Yes, the NHL is returning to Quebec once again, and the Nordiques are rising from the dead to try and finally win that long-awaited Stanley Cup victory. Now, I took the liberty of creating the team's logo, jerseys and arena outside of the video rather than record it for the first episode of this series, because it took me roughly an hour or an hour and 10 minutes or so to create everything properly, and I figured it wouldn't have really been that interesting to watch me. I don't think it's really interesting to watch somebody change load of subcategories of equipment to certain colours. Anyway, I very much based everything on the original Nordiques style anyway, with lots of the elements being just one colour, so nothing should be too different or come as much of a shock. So let me just take you through the details of this team. They are the Quebec Nordiques. They don't actually have the Nordiques as a play-by-play name in this game, so I've called them the Quebec Nordiques. Close enough, I guess. The abbreviation is QUE. The arena name is the Videotron Centre. We will get into that later. The team prestige is high, the market size is medium, the local fan base is incredibly hardcore, as they were when the Nordiques were around. The national fan base is relatively typical, the local popularity in Quebec is very elite, and the national popularity is relatively average. And I've stuck 2 stars on concessions, club seating, team store and parking lot because of their grand spanking new Videotron Centre. So they're all the sort of standard details about the franchise. This is the logo that we're going with, of course, the very bog standard, the very clear Quebec Nordiques logo, the one that everybody recognises as a Quebec Nordiques fan. I put that as the secondary and the Terrashi logos as well, because why not? I think it looks really nice, and I think it fits quite nicely. And then we have the team uniform, so let me take you through these. We have the normal dark blue home jersey. I think it looks quite nice with the white added onto it. Then we have the flip side with the white jersey with the blue added on top as the extra colour. And then the alternate, we have thrown in the turquoisey jerseys, the turquoise looking jerseys with the white on them as well. I mean, I've got to be honest, my artistic skills and my design skills are really, really bad, as you might have seen from the London Lions franchise mode. So I'm actually really happy with how these jerseys came out. Sure, I was looking on Google Images at these jerseys all the time when I was designing them, and this is probably the closest we could get to creating these jerseys. But I'm actually really happy with how they came out. They look really nice. I'm actually really happy with putting these guys on the ice in these jerseys and not feeling like a bloody embarrassment. So that's really good. Now, let me take you through the arena. The Videotron Centre of the Quebec Nordiques. The Videotron Centre! Now, I had debated whether to use the Videotron Centre or create the original Nordiques Colisée Pepsi that the original Nordiques played in, but since the Colorado Avalanche play in the similarly named Pepsi Centre, we may as well use the shiny new rink in Quebec, mightn't we? So we have all the nice blue seats. It's the red, white and blue sort of combinations. Let's just move up the height slightly so you can see everything that's going on. Have the Nordiques at centre ice, of course, with the crisscrossing centre ice look. I think it looks quite nice. Now, I know, the Videotron Centre is currently being used by the QMJHL's Quebec Ramparts, but this arena does hold roughly 18,000 seats, and it rivals many NHL rinks in terms of size or capacity anyway. So, I think it's the perfect fit, and plus this arena was built for when the NHL give Quebec another NHL franchise again. So, here we are in the arena as a new NHL franchise to bring Quebec back. So I think it's only fair that we get to use this rink. So the Videotron Centre is there. We have the Quebec Nordiques. I've designed all the Videotron Centre stuff as well. Mascot is the only one I didn't really look at that much because I don't really want to have a mascot. They did have a mascot for the Nordiques. I don't know how long he lasted for, but I'm not really too keen on that. So we're going to hold off on that. So we're going to save all of those changes. I'm very happy with the Quebec Nordiques here. So, let's move on and get this started up. So, GM name. I think we know my GM name. Odd Man. And then a bit of Rush. There you go. Nope, not Rudge. So, Odd Man Rush, the GM name. The team. The Quebec Nordiques. Here we go. And then we can customise our AHL team. So, before we start the series with the expansion draft and find out what our team looks like, let's quickly go through our AHL affiliate, the Laval Lasers. Now, after some comments from the previous franchise mode that our AHL affiliate in Honolulu was a little bit too far from the big club in London, England, and rightly so, I decided to keep our AHL affiliate much closer to home and base them in Laval, Quebec. Keeping your AHL team close has proven to make an NHL team a lot more successful and able to move players about much easier. And Laval is only a few hours drive away from the Quebec arena, so we should see a better relationship and more success and player growth from the two franchises. The franchise uses the logo of the Quebec province, and it uses very similar jersey colours to the ones that we have, with a bit of a mixture, a bit more of extra colours thrown on as opposed to one block colour. So there's a bit more character to these jerseys, which I don't mind, but I didn't really spend too much time on the customization of the Laval Lasers because we're not really going to watch any of their games or anything like that. The logos and the branding, I stuck the Quebec province logo as their logo, which I think made the most sense because they're based in Laval, Quebec. The arena is pretty much bog standard. I'm not really that fussed about that because we're never going to see it anyway. And you can't use a mascot, so even better. So yes, we have the Quebec Nordiques as the NHL team and the Laval Lasers as the AHL team. Sure, they're in Quebec, but that's what happens. So the Laval Lasers are the AHL team for us. We are going in the Central Division once again, I believe. So that will balance all of the different divisions, make it 32 teams. I think that would make the most sense. I mean, sure, technically we should be going in the Atlantic Division because Montreal and Ottawa and things like that are there. But I think just for the sake of balancing out all of the different divisions, it makes more sense. Otherwise, I could shift them all about, and I think that would cause more harm than good, really. See, we're 0 overall at the moment, so this isn't very good for us. Now, let's just check the rules. Assistant coach edit lines, no, we definitely don't want that. Waivers, morale meetings, player morale only mode, salary cap. Yep, all of them are fine. We don't want relocation, auto finances, or auto sign free agents. We definitely want to take control of that. And let's just check the rules before we get started, and then we should be ready to do the expansion draft, the entry draft, and free agency in episode 1. It might be a long episode. There you go. So, period length 4 minutes. Yep. Franchise mode length 25. CPU trades on difficulty superstar. Salary caps on trade difficulty medium. We don't want it to be too difficult to make trades. We don't want it to be too easy. So I think that's fine. Yep. All of the quick settings are fine. Let's just check the advanced settings. NHL injury return warning playable. Yep. That's fine. Auto-rotate goalies. Sure. That's good. And everything else seems pretty much okay to me. Yep. Okay. So, let's get into this, folks. The Quebec Nordiques are returning to the NHL with the Laval Lasers as their AHL team. I want to keep the salary cap on, but we've covered everything. So, let's get this going, folks. Let's sim to that expansion draft, and let's get that expansion draft going. It's been a very long time since I did an expansion draft in this game. Like, 25 episodes since I started. 25 weeks, roughly, since I started the London Lions franchise mode. So this is all going to be very alien to me again. But it's going to be a fresh experience for the Quebec Nordiques. And we want them to do well in the league. We want them to provide some results early on. They were only one season away from winning the Stanley Cup in their previous existence. So we need to get that. We need to get as close to that as possible. So, advance to the expansion draft, please. Well, I figured I'd take a moment to welcome you to the Quebec Nordiques franchise. Well, thank you. You have your plate full with the upcoming expansion draft, but I'll touch base again in a few days before the draft itself after I get a sense of who the other teams are going to make available. Okay, thanks. So, $75 million is the salary cap. We have the 5th round pick, or the 5th overall pick of the draft, which seems a little bit unfair. Last time we got the 2nd overall pick. So Vancouver have taken the 2nd pick. We have the 5th pick. So no Nico Hischier and no Nolan Patrick, which is a pain in the arse. So we're going to be looking at somebody like Cody Glass, I assume. So pretty much the decisions you make in the expansion draft tomorrow will decide whether the franchise sinks or swims in its first year. I'll be keeping a close eye on your choices, as will the fans. No pressure then, Odd Man Rush. Bloody hell. So, the expansion draft is the 21st of June 2017. let's begin this expansion draft. So we get to choose a player from every single franchise. As the expansion team, you will have to select one player from every NHL team for a total of 30 players. You must also draft a minimum of 14 forwards, centres, left wings and right wings, 9 defensemen and 3 goaltenders. To make a selection, simply select the team you would like to pick a player from in the Team Select widget. Once you have highlighted a team to choose from, press the A button to enter the Make Pick screen, and then you get to see all that stuff there. Wonderful. So, expansion draft. My technique to begin this, we need to take a look at all the goaltenders that are up for offer, I believe. Selecting a player, yep, potential, depth chart, I know all about that game. We've already done 25 episodes in this. So Jonathan Bernier is the top goaltender for the Anaheim Ducks. For the Arizona Coyotes, we have Johnson and Domingue. Okay, so nothing jumping out at the moment. I just want to check all the goaltenders first. Anton Hudobin and Malcolm Subban. Malcolm Subban could be a nice pickup for us, but he needs to grow. And I think, did we pick him last time and he didn't grow? Anders Nilsson and Ullmark. We definitely picked up Ullmark last time because he stayed with our franchise for a pretty long time. He was our AHL goaltender. Mike Smith. So Mike Smith is currently the best guy we could pick at 83 overall at 35 years old. I'm pretty sure we picked him last time. Cam Ward, Eddie Lack, Altz Schuller, 67 at 22 years old. So let's take a look at Chicago. I just want to check every single goaltending position, see which ones jump out at us. Anton Forsberg, 76 at 24. Other than that, nothing special. So this might take a little while, guys. Hope you're strapped in, ready for the expansion draft. Smith, nope, nobody special in Colorado. What about Columbus? So Mike Smith is definitely the guy jumping out at us at the moment. I don't want defenseman. Korpisalo. Korpisalo could be good. 79 overall at 23 years old. He's got 1 year left on his contract. Then there's Dansk as well, who we picked up at some point. So Korpisalo is definitely a guy we could look at. He could be our backup. Then he might grow into a solid goaltender. Kari Lehtonen, Antti Niemi, Peters, and Legase. I wanted to say Leglace, but it's Legase is actually his name. So Korpisalo and Mike Smith are the two guys that I'm looking at the moment. We need to draft 3 goaltenders, don't we? Jimmy Howard, Jared Corot, and Pasquale. Nope, nothing special there. Edmonton, let's have a look. Well, Jimmy Howard is a guy that we could pick up, but I'm not really sure I want him. Gustafson and Brassard. Nope, nothing special there. What about Florida? Have they protected both Reimer and Luongo? Nope, they haven't protected Reimer, so an 81 overall 29-year-old goaltender. He could be a solid backup for us, I guess. The LA Kings. Let's have a look at what's going on here, because remember, we need to have fit in the salary cap as well. Zatkov, 74 at 30 years old. No, thank you. That was the LA Kings, wasn't it? Yep. Minnesota. I assume they've protected Dubnyk. So they've got Darcy Kemper. Darcy Kemper's not a bad pickup either. There's a few sort of fringe NHL goaltenders that I wouldn't mind picking up, but they've got to grow. Al Montoya, 81 at 32. Because we want to start off our team with solid goaltending. Because I want to build this team from the back to the front, as opposed to the front to the back. Yaroslav Halak, he could be a guy who pick up 82 overall at 32 years old. The New York Rangers, I doubt they'll expose anybody too crazy. They expose Grabner, though. Do love a bit of Michael Grabner. Mackenzie Skapski, so nothing incredible over there with Mackenzie Skapski. Nashville, they might have exposed Saros. Nope, Mazanik they have exposed, 76 to 25. No, thank you. New Jersey, they've got Corey Schneider, so they might expose Kincaid, perhaps. Yep, Kincaid and Wedgwood, 79 at 27. Nope, 71 at 24. No, thank you. Oh, can we just, switch teams really easily? Or am I doing this the really long way? Because I kind of feel like I am. I think I've been doing this the really long way. Condon, nope. Philadelphia, Neuwirth, he could be a good pickup. Right, I should have done it this way. San Jose, they've got Dell, 80 at 28. Carter Hutton for St. Louis. Peter Budaj for the Tampa Bay Lightning. Curtis McElhaney. Ryan Miller, 83 at 36 years old. He's got 1 year left on a $6 million contract. Philip Grubauer would be a nice pickup, I think. 82 overall at 25. And Hutchinson is the best for the Winnipeg Jets. So I think I want to take a look at the Columbus Blue Jackets again. because they have Korpisalo, who's 79 at 23 years old. He could very easily be an 80 overall goaltender by next season. But I also want to look at the rest of the players they have available. They have Jack Johnson, but other than that, they don't really have anybody amazing. So I don't really want Jack Johnson that much. So I'm going to go with Korpisalo. Korpisalo is going to be my first choice of this expansion draft. Jonas Korpisalo, welcome to the Quebec Nordiques. Right, so let's, in terms of the other goaltenders, let's just double check. I think Sami Vatanen could be a guy that we pick up again. I definitely think he's somebody we should go for, maybe. So nobody special in Arizona. Boston wasn't special. Calgary had a 3-year contract with Mike Smith at almost $5.7 million. I'm not sure I like the amount of cap there, but we might have to pick that up. I'm just checking the other teams. Have picked Korpisalo already. Kari Lehtonen, I don't want that at 80 overall. Jimmy Howard, he's got 3 years left on his contract. I don't really want a massive contract for a long amount of time like that. James Reimer contract I don't want. It's 5 years at like 3.5, which isn't bad for a backup, but I'm not really sure I want that. Yaroslav Halak, he's only got 2 years left on his contract, so that could be something we look into. Nashville, nobody special. New Jersey, nobody special. Mike Condon, we could pick him up. Michael Neuwirth is an interesting choice. We could pick him up. I am quite drawn to Michael Neuwirth. He is quite injury prone, but I think he could be a guy we go for. And then Ryan Miller, perhaps. Maybe that's the tandem we pick up, because he hasn't got that much time left on his contract. The question is, are there any other decent players available on Vancouver's roster? No. Jack Skill is the next best guy. So if we go for Ryan Miller on this contract, and then the other guy we wanted to go for was on Philadelphia, wasn't he? Yes. So we have to pick 12 forwards, 9 defensemen, and 3 goaltenders. Let's just check if there's any players on here that we'd want. Nope, Reed is the next best guy. So if we take a look at our goaltenders. So, our goaltenders for the Quebec Nordiques are Jonas Korpisalo, Michael Neuwirth, and Ryan Miller. Not a standout starting goaltender, but that's a quite nice selection of goaltenders. We have Korpisalo, who could grow. We have Neuwirth, who could be... We could have a 1-2 tandem of Miller and Neuwirth, if not. So now we need to look at the best forwards on these teams. Let's take a look at the forwards specifically. Patrick Eaves for Anaheim, McGinn, Stafford, Molson. We need somebody that really jumps out at us. Carolina, Stepniak, Chicago, nope. Soderberg for Colorado. Anderson for the Blue Jackets. We had a lot of problems with him, though, last year. Nobody special there. Justin Abdelkader, but his contract I do not want at all. Letestu, Jokinen, Gaborik. No, he's got 5 years left on that deal. Martin Hansel could be a nice pickup from Minnesota. He could make a nice second or third forward. What defenseman have they got available? Jonas Brodin. Almost $4.2 million for 5 years, but he's only 23 years old. Oh, it's either Hansel or Brodin. We're going to leave that one for now, because we've got a choice there to make. Philip Deneau, 80 at 24. What are their defensemen like? Andrei Markov. We could take Markov, actually, but I don't really want loads of... I want some aging veterans where their contracts are running out, but I don't want our team full of them, because otherwise we're going to cause some problems. Jason Chimera. Michael Grabner will probably be the guy we pick up from the Rangers. Smith Pelly from New Jersey. Clark MacArthur on Ottawa. Philadelphia, I've already made my pick. Kunitz, no. Joel Ward, not really. Patrick Berglund, but he's got 6 years left on that deal. Sobotka is better. Laterra, not too bad, I don't know. Brown, nothing special. Other Brown, nothing special. We've already picked somebody from Vancouver. Justin Williams might be a nice pickup for us to start our year. So there's nothing really special out there at the moment, is there? So let's move on to defensemen. Let's see what defensemen. So Sami Vatanen, I think, should be a guy we pick up. On Arizona, nothing special. Boston, they've got McQuaid, but I'm not really that interested. Zach Bogosian could be a decent pickup. However, he's got 4 years left on that deal. He's 26 years old, so it would run out when he's 30. He could be a good bottom pair defenseman. Michael Stone. Dahlbeck. Campbell, nope. Tutin, nope. Johnson, I've already made a pick there. Hamhuis, no. Eriksson, no. Russell, no. Florida, Jason Demers, but there's 5 years left on that deal. No, thank you. Martinez, we did pick him up last time. He could be a good guy for us. Jonas Brodin, I think, could be an awesome pickup for us. Markov, Markov could be nice, because we could probably sign him to a new contract anyway. Thomas Hickey could be nice from there. Nick Holden or Brendan Smith. Oh, God. Well, I don't think I want either of them. I think I'll be going with Grabner for that one. Matthias Ekholm, yep, he had a 6-year contract. We could pick him up as well. I think Ekholm could see a return to our franchise mode. Trevor Daley, he's 82 overall. He's got 1 year left, maybe. Otherwise, it's Dumoulin, who's 81 at 25, who we did pick up previously. Martin for the San Jose Sharks, no. Edmondson, we did pick up from the St. Louis Blues previously. Braden Coburn, nope. Matt Hunwick, nope. We've already picked somebody from there. Carl Olsner and Kevin Shattenkirk, so we could pick up either of these guys. That's not too bad, actually. That could actually really help us. Olsner or Shattenkirk, whichever one we want. Tyler Myers for Winnipeg. Okay, so the guys that really jumped out to me at the moment. We want Jonas Brodin, definitely. We want Sami Vatanen, definitely. Are they two right-handed guys? That's what I need to check. So Vatanen is... I don't know. Vatanen is... let's just remove the pick and check again. So Vatanen is a right-handed shot, right? Yes, he is a right-handed shot. And let's just double-check Minnesota to see if he's a left-handed shot. Brodin is a left-handed shot. Okay, so we've got a left-handed and a right-handed shot. That's fine. So then, the next guys we should really look at. What were the other teams that jumped out? The New York Islanders jumped out at us a little bit because they had some solid defensemen. The New York Islanders, where are they? They're over here. Yep, so Seidenberg we don't want. Hickey could be nice, 81 at 28. DeHaan could be nice. He might grow one more overall point. Actually, before, let's just select Michael Grabner from the New York Rangers. Because we'll want him anyway. Okay, defenseman again. Let's just go back to defenseman. Boston who did I want to look at again? I've now forgotten because there were so many players available. The Nashville Predators, we wanted Matthias Ekholm. Yes, we did. So we've got 3 defensemen. We need to pick 9 defensemen, don't we? So we can actually have a nice pick. We won't be getting many decent forwards, but if we have a solid defensive core, we can pick up forwards in free agency because they're always highly touted, as are some defensemen. So Nashville, we picked up a guy. Pittsburgh, we had Trevor Daley or Brian Dumoulin. I think Dumoulin would be the better choice here. However, we've got to make sure that we hit the salary cap. We've already got 23 million on our salary cap, so that's not too bad. Dumoulin feels like the best way to go, but he probably won't grow that much. What's he looking at the moment? A top 4 defenseman, so... what forwards do they have available? Nothing that special. Kunitz. Nah, let's go for Dumoulin on this one. I'm pretty sure we picked him last time anyway. Then there's some more defensemen. Let's just go through the defensemen again and see what's available. I know we have Bogosian available. I'm going to hold off on that one, I think, though. Calgary had Stone. He's pretty solid. Oh, yeah, Martinez. We wanted Martinez, didn't we? Martinez to join the lineup. Yep, so we've got 5 defensemen here. We've got Martinez and Vatanen are a left and right. Brodin is a left. Ekholm's a left, I believe. And Dumoulin's a left, I believe. Yeah, I think so. Let's just double check them, actually. So, Ekholm, I'm pretty sure, is a left. That would make the most sense. Yep, he's a left. So we need some right-handed shots now. Maybe Bogosian is the guy we go for. Dumoulin is a left-handed shot, I'm pretty sure. Okay, so who's on Winnipeg? Let's just... Oh, that's it. Washington. Washington, they have Shattenkirk, who could be nice as a right pair defenseman for us. But all their skaters... Yeah, well, that's the best we're going to get other than Justin Williams. So yeah, let's pick up Kevin Shattenkirk for the right point. So we've got a left and a right, and then we need a left and another right. So we need at least one more right. Let's have a look. Right-handed defenseman we're looking for here. Shen isn't right-handed. McQuaid, no. Bogosian is, but that's $5 million. Not sure I really want that. Stone could be a nice right-handed shot. Yep, Stone could be a good pickup for us, actually. Campbell, nope. Colorado, nope. Johnson, he's a left-handed shot. Hamhuis, you're a left-handed shot. Eriksson, nope. Russell, nope. Demers, you're a right-handed shot, but you're too much money. Martinez, we've already picked. We've already picked someone from you. Andrei Markov, no. Jordy Ben, sorry, could be a good pickup there. Seidenberg, DeHaan, no. Nope, already picked from you. Already picked from you. Lovejoy, nope. Weidman, nope. Nope. Trevor Daley. Yeah, I think the best one we go for is from the Calgary Flames, and it's Michael Stone, because he's a right-handed shot. Yeah, right-handed shot, 27 years old. He could play bottom 4 defence. Okay, so now we need to look at some decent prospect defensemen. We've got Vatanen and Martinez, who could fill in the first line. We've got Brodin and Shattenkirk, who could fill in the second pair. And then we have Ekholm and Stone, who could fill in the third pair. We have Dumoulin as a depth defenseman. So that's nice. We just need to find some depth defensemen now. Some prospect defensemen as well. So let's start with the Arizona Coyotes. They've got Shen. Other than that, nothing special. We're looking for the ages specifically, aren't we? 60 out of 24, not really. Bogosian, no. 23 years old. Kulak, but we've already picked somebody from there. Carolina, Dolbeck, 76 at 25. Carrick, 72 at 22. Perhaps. Chicago, they've got Pocker, 74 at 23. And Svedberg, 74 at 26. Nothing special there. Nothing special there. 78 at 25 for Nemeth. Johns, 78 at 25 as well. Maybe that's where we go. 79 at 23 for Wallet. That could be nice. We haven't picked somebody from Detroit, have we? No, and what other skaters have they got? They've got Abdelkader. No, okay, so let's go for Xavier Wallet there. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we picked him last time as well, but... so Edmonton, let's go here. Because if Wallet can jump up to an 80 or an 81, that would really round out our defensive core. 24 72 for Osterley. Nope. Florida. Petrovic. Oh, no, not really. Uyghur. No. The Kings have already picked somebody. The Wild have already picked somebody. The Habs. Davidson. Oh, Nestorov. 77 at 24 years old. He's meant to be a high top 6 defenseman. Who else on the Habs is available? Andrei Markov. Philip Deneau. Yeah, let's go for this guy. Let's go for this guy. Nestorov. 77 at 24. Right, so we've picked all the defensemen that we need, I'm pretty sure. So we've got Vatanen, Stone, Wallet, Martinez, Brodin, Nestorov, Ekholm, Dumoulin, and Kevin Shattenkirk. $34 million of cap space at the moment. And goaltenders, we've got Korpisalo, Neuwirth, and Miller. Okay, let's start picking our forwards then. Let's go from the back. We've already picked up Michael Grabner, so that's fine. Let's take a look. So, forwards. Sean Mathias. Andrew Kopp, 76 at 22. A high bottom 6 forward. Yes, we'll take Andrew Kopp. Arizona, let's take a look at what we've got here. So we're looking at forwards. Jamie McGinn. Shane Doan at 40 years old. Burmistrov, 77 at 25. No. I don't know about this one. Mueller, no. Joris, 76 at 26. No. We either go for Doan, but he has the risk of retiring. Richardson, he could be a solid depth centre for us, actually. He's probably the best we'll get from there. I love his picture, like, nyeh. McQuaid, nope. Drew Stafford, he's got 1 year left on that deal. Matt Bolesky's got 4 years left on that deal, no thank you. Dominic Moore, Shola, 74 at 26. Nope, I think we'll go for Drew Stafford on this one. Buffalo, let's take a look at what we've got here. Matt Moulson, no. Tyler Ennis, nope, too long. Delorier, 76 at 26. He's meant to be a bottom 6 forward. He's a 4th line forward. Sure, we'll take him. Carolina, let's take a look at what we got. Stepniak, 78 at 34. Nestersil, 77 at 26. He probably won't grow that much more, though. That's the problem. But he could be a depth guy, and he's a right winger. So he's a depth forward. He's missing a tooth as well, so you know he's hard. Nordstrom, 76 at 25. Di Giuseppe, 76 at 23. Carrick, 72 at 20. To Di Giuseppe, he never really grew last time for us. That's the problem. 76 at 23. I was hoping that he'd grow up to at least an 80, but he never really did. Maybe because that's the way I handled him. I don't know. Nestersil. We'll take Nestersil. So we've kind of got a fourth line at the moment. We need something a little bit better now. Kruger. Thomas Jurko, 76 at 24. Rasmussen, 75 at 26. I'm not liking the look of this. Kruger's got 3 years left on his deal, though, so I'm not really that interested. Thomas Jurko, yep, we'll pick you up. Colorado. Let's take a look at what we get here. Nieto, 77 at 24. 76 at 24 for Aggregato. Do we not have any centre? Oh, Cole Soderberg is the best centre, but his contract's too much. Yeah, we'll take Matt Nieto. Why not? I'm pretty sure we took him last time as well. Alice Hemsky or Antoine Roussel. Antoine Roussel could be pretty decent. He's a third scoring line. Yeah, third checking line. Curtis McKenzie, 75 at 26. No. Yeah, let's take Antoine Roussel as well. We're going to be having a lot of depth forwards here because we've prioritised defence. Benoit Pouliot, no way. Marc Letestu, yeah. David Desharnais. He is slightly younger, but slightly less overall, and he's more money, so we'll take Letestu. Florida. Got UC Jokinen, 79 at 34, no thank you. McKenzie, nope. Repic, Scarbosa. Uyghur, no, he's a defenseman. Maybe Jokinen is the one we go for then, but I don't really want to use up far too much cap space. We've got 4 left wingers, 3 centres, and 3 right wingers. I don't know. Not sure about this. McKenzie, he's got 3 years left on that contract, though. He's a depth guy, and I could just bury him in the minors if I wanted to. Or he might retire soon. But he's their captain. I don't really want to steal their captain. It's kind of bad form, really, isn't it? 34-year-old UC Jokinen. I'm not really sure I want that, though. What's his place on the team? A third scoring line forward? I don't know. We'll go McKenzie for now. We can always change it later. We've got Nestorov from Montreal. So from the Islanders, Chimera, no. Kuhlman, definitely not. Maybe Chimera is the one we go for there. We're not really getting many centres here, are we? Yeah, Jason Chimera's got 2 years left on that deal, may as well. The New Jersey Devils, Devontae Smith-Pelly could be nice. Yeah, he's probably the best one to go for, actually. Yep, Devontae Smith-Pelly. Ottawa, we need a centre or a right winger from you guys. Tommy Wingles could be nice. Ryan Zingle. Wingles or Zingle? Wingles or Zingle? Zingle. Because he could actually grow to an 80 or overall or whatever. Then Joel Ward could be nice. He's got 2 years left on that deal, though. Well, that wouldn't really cause us much problems in the long run, would it? Or Chris Tierney, 79 at 22 years old. Yes. I want that one. The St. Louis Blues. We've got Patrick Berglund. That's for 6 years. No way. Sobotka. 3.5 for 4 years. Laterra is for 3 years. 79 at 29. Sobotka is 80. But we need a right winger, don't we? Ryan Reeves, 77 at 30. Yaskin, 77 at 24. Edmondson, 80 at 23. Oh, I want to take Edmondson in the hope that he'll grow, but he didn't really grow last time. He's meant to be a top 6 defenseman, and his potential is a top 6 defenseman. What about Sobotka, though? He had 6 points last year. That's because he only played... he only played 1 game last year, and he got 1 goal, so... It's not too bad. I mean, he's averaging a point a game. That's 4 years. Now, we're going to go Edmondson. We still need a right winger, though. But we're going to have more players in each position anyway. JT Brown. Cedric Paquette. I want to pick him up. We're going to stack ourselves on centre depth. Connor Brown. Yep, I think that would be the smartest thing to do there. 79 at 23. And I think that's everybody. Is that everybody? No, we left a team, didn't we? No? Okay, so I think that's everybody. So, Sami Vatanen, Richardson, Stafford, Delorier, Stone, Nestersil, Jurko, Nieto, Corpusalo, Roussel, Wallet, Letestu, Mackenzie, Martinez, Brodin, Nestorov, Chimera, Grabner, Ekholm, Smith-Pelly, Zingle, Neuwirth, Dumoulin, Tierney, Edmondson, Paquette, Brown, Miller, Shattenkirk, Kopp. I think that's everybody. I think that's everybody. So if we take a look at the left wingers, Grabner's the best guy we've got. Then Chimera, then Russell, then Nieto, then Delorier. So we've got, what, an 81, an 80, a 79, and a 78. Okay, not the best, but not the worst. Paquette and Tierney are two decent centres that could grow quite well. Richardson and McKenzie can be depth guys. Zingle's not too bad. Letestu's a depth guy as well, and Kopp is a prospect. Right wingers, we've got some good young guys there that could grow quite nicely. Defensemen, I'm quite happy with our defensive core, and goaltenders, I'm quite happy with our goaltending. Okay, so I think that's quite good. Yeah, I think we'll finish the draft. Do you want to submit your draft picks? Once done, this cannot be undone. Just before we do, so the goaltenders, we've got two guys that could potentially be starters, and we've got Korpisalo, so we've got a solid guy coming up in the system. Our defence, I think, is pretty solid. We've got 84 as our best, we've got lots of 83s, and we've got lots of low to mid 80s, which is really good for a expansion team. Centres, we've got lots of depth there, which is what we need. Right wingers, we could do with that sort of first line right winger, but you're not going to find that in the expansion draft. And the same with the left wingers. So yeah, I'm quite happy. Those are our picks for the Quebec Nordiques. This is your first Quebec Nordiques team for the series. So Vatten, Richardson, Stafford, Delorier, Stone, Nestasil, Yurko, Nieto, Korpisalo, Russell, Wallet, Letestu, McKenzie, Martinez, Brodin, Nestorov, Ekholm, Smith-Pelly, Chimera, Grabner, Zingle, Neuwirth, Dumoulin, Tierney, Edmondson, Paquette, Brown, Miller, Shattenkirk, and Kopp. So we've got a nice mix of guys that are in the league. We've got a nice mix of guys that are coming up in the league. Kevin Shattenkirk, currently the top point getter on our team. So we've got some guys that can put up points in the league, which is what we want, I think. So that's taken quite a while, actually. You know what I think I'm going to do? I think I'm going to end this episode here, and next episode we will go through the draft and the free agency. I think that will make the most sense. I've introduced you to our new Quebec Nordiques team. I've shown you all their jerseys, their logo, their arena at the Videotron Centre, and we've picked our starting team. We've picked the foundation in which to build our team through the draft and through free agency upon. So I'm quite happy with this. I'm going to end this video here, folks. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I hope you have enjoyed. Please feel free to like, subscribe, share, or watch some of my other videos. Thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.